Okay, it's just a short little video to help with a maths question. Okay, so this is gradients and curves, and you got this cubic function, page 50, higher maths book, GCSE. So you got a graph of y equals x cubed minus 2x. Okay, so these, you get these squiggly graphs like this. If it's positive, which that one is, then you go like that. You go up from the bottom left. So if I draw the graph, it'd be sketchy, but there we are. Y-axis. X-axis. And then I forget it's something like they've got it. You got like -1 here. And 1 here. 2. -2. It's like 1. And 2. And -1. -2. Then the line. Let's go for an angry red on that one there. If I get that point there is kind of like, it's coming down from there. Kind of relates to this question. So the squiggle is going through the, and then it reverses through the origin there. And it's kind of bottoming out here. Something like, well, it's not brilliant, but it's like that, okay? So you're going up from here, and then you're going round here, and here. And then the, let's change colour. Okay, what's it say? Estimate the gradient of the graph at x equals -1. Okay, so estimate. Now, in the back of the book, they give like an example, which is the numbers that I'll use as well, but it could be slightly different. It's an estimate. The gradient. This is the confusion. There's no one more right answer, but there are right answers within a reasonable estimate, if you get what I mean. So estimate the gradient of the graph at x equals -1, which is why I want to be quite careful about that point there. So this is the x-axis and there's x -1. If you think about like estimating gradient, you're going to kind of like put a perpendicular and graph like that. I'm just going to use the 2's because that's what they've done. It's simple. Okay, so bear in mind that we're going up. Okay. If you look at that triangle, I'll transpose it down here. Well, that's 2 spaces there, and that's 2 spaces down there. So it's really like 2 divided by 2. It's a gradient of 1 and +1 because you're going up. But you'll want to write it like this, that gradient is equal to the change in y over the change in x. Symbol for change. So if we look here, we'll look at the y-axis first. So you're starting at 0 on the y-axis. Here. Here. So you've got 0. Take away 2. Then here on the x-axis, you're starting at -2. and then you're taking away 0. So I think you see that this is minus, at the top it's minus 2 divided by minus 2, which equals 1. The minus divided by a minus is a positive. So the gradient should be 1. Let me check the answer. Where's the page? It's, hang on, should have looked at this. Bear with me. Yeah. Okay. It is. I hope that's clear. Part B. I'll do it in a regional accent. That's not an accent of any kind, really. So find the average gradient of the graph between x equal minus 1 and x equal to 1. Okay. So we start in here, and then we're finishing up here. Well, this one's a lot easier because you've got a lot of the line drawn on already. Okay. This will be a negative answer, but it looks like a 1 in 1 again. I'm just finishing on points that makes this easier to kind of do the calculation. So I can tell straight away that this answer, damn it, why does it keep doing that? The answer should be because it's a downhill 1 in 1. You got the opposite of what we had last time. But I can tell we've gone 2 spaces there and 2 spaces there. But we're going downhill rather than as we did before, uphill. So it should be minus 1. But in an exam, you'll want to write it like the standard form. So gradient, sorry about this, messy, but I'm a little bit of a rush. Shouldn't be really. Is the change in y over the change in x. So if we look here, the change in y, this point is 1, and this point is minus 1. So you subtract the second coordinate from the first in terms of y. So this is one, but then minus and minus. I got that right? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Because it's on the y coordinate, it's going downhill. Whereas the x here, we've got, yeah, that's 1 minus, so we're starting there. On the x here, I'm trying to point to this corner here. We're starting with minus 1, and then we're taking away a positive 1. So we've got minus 1. No. Taking away 1. Sorry, it's much easier in person, but what the heck, okay. Minus 1. Take away 1. Well, 1 minus a minus 1, that's the same as saying 1 plus 1. Hopefully you know that. I'm sure you do. 2. Minus 1 is minus 2. Equals, boom, minus 1. But what I suggest with this is that you kind of visualise. It doesn't all have to be done in the abstract. In fact, that just makes hard work. If you know that with that positive function, cubic function, you're going up left, left and up. You're going from left to right and from the bottom to the up. Hopefully that helps. I'd just like to say I'm not really a maths teacher. I do teach some of this higher level GCSE occasionally. Mostly I teach foundation. I'm a science teacher. Just going to repeat that. It might be better to get someone else to explain it. All right, but maybe that helps. Adios.